Greetings, family. Welcome back to the African Exodus show. I'm your host, Tini Cherie, here to you with a new video. Before we get started with today's video, to remind you, if you want to stay connected outside of YouTube, get notifications anytime that I upload a video or send a message directly to me, you can join my Telegram app. It's very easy to download. The link is in the description. In addition, if you wish to support this channel, you can do so through CashApp, and also you can do so through Patreon. The link to that is also in the description. There I post exclusives, upload articles, PowerPoint slides, anything that I want to share from the work that I do on this channel, that is where I will do it. So me and my family, we have moved to Ghana and to Africa, and the whole purpose of doing so was we wanted to literally get away from the luxuries and the ease that comes with America. Not because we don't like luxuries and ease, but because we know that those things come with a price. So, for example, having a grocery store where your food is nicely organized, more than likely, if that's your only means of obtaining food, that could be weaponized against you in a future date. If your only means of getting an education for your child is sending them to a public school where they're going to teach them things that go against Yah's word, they're going to teach them evolution, they're going to teach them that sexuality is fluid, they're going to teach your child these things that go against Yah's word. Well, I don't want to allow my child to be educated by that system. I want to get away from it. That was our primary means or thought process as far as why we wanted to move to Ghana. And there's different things that we could all identify, I think, in our lifestyles that can be tweaked and altered to get us away from this mode of operation where we're just receiving from the system, receiving what they give us, receiving what little they're willing to give us, or what subpar things they're willing to give us, but can actually be the people who Yah created us to be, the people who were self-sustaining, able to use the tools that Yah gave us in nature to produce the things that we need to live by. So one big major way that we are doing that in the here and now is that we are just making moves towards self-sustainability. Our ultimate goal is to have a farm, an organic farm. For now, though, we're going to start on a smaller scale and slowly build up to that, Yah willing. So I just wanted to just take you all around and just start documenting that journey for you as an encouragement, honestly, that we all have to separate from this idea that someone else is the provider of your basic needs. Always remember that Yah is the provider. And as the provider, he created everything that you need. So whatever is in the way of you and getting to his creation, I encourage you, remove those things that are in the way. If it's your location, remove that thing that's in the way. If it's the type of house you live in, if it's the city you live in, if it's the country you live in, remove those things that are trying to get in the way of you and your creator, because those things are roadblocks and intentionally set up to take us off course from being the people, the human beings that we were created to be. So with no further ado, let's just go around and start looking at some things that I have going on. Okay, everyone, we are on my balcony, and down here, I'm going to show you my little mess that I have going on here. So I have some very small experience with gardening just from having a garden when we were in Maryland. And when we were there, essentially, I had a little backyard corner where I just started trying to learn how to grow things for the first time. So some of these things, and I know this is probably a no-no to most of you, having these things too close together. Unfortunately, when I put the seeds in and water went on it, I think this water moved the seeds to an awkward place. And now the seeds are bunched up. But I believe we'll be able to separate most of them and still have the plants come out. But cucumber, it's always been easy for us. This is cucumber plants starting out. These are jalapeno peppers. All of these were brought to us recently by my father my father and mother came to visit. They brought me some plants. So although there are local cucumbers and local tomatoes, I just want to see what happens with the American variety. I've heard a conspiracy that essentially they are trying to kill Africans with bad seeds. And I want to see if this conspiracy is true. And so I'm going to be doing both local and also seeds that we received from the US, which I obviously have more ease using this because that's what we used to use already. Okay, so here's some onion that I am growing, right? Yeah. And literally you just cut the bottom of the onion off apparently, and it starts growing roots under it. I don't know if you can see these roots. I'm actually amazed. These started growing after one day. I just put these in yesterday. So preferably maybe in a week or so we can put these in the ground. And then this is homemade. It will be homemade pesticide or insect repellent. So I tried something new. I boiled some neem leaves. I know I've heard of neem oil working really good for pest resistance. So I wanted to see what happens if you boil water in it. And then also I put garlic. I guess you can see it from here. A bunch of garlic bulbs, about a whole head of garlic inside of the water. So the purpose is obviously to repel insects. So this is what I mean. Like, you want to find things that are a problem for you and start there. So this is um, tomato. Thank you, Inku, from the grocery store. And these are right now very, very expensive. So this little bit of tomato costs 30 cities. And you have to think about it in local ways. Like 30 cities in American dollars would probably be about like um $2, I think, right now. So even $2, like this is this little bit of tomato for $2. But locally, that is crazy. This little bit of tomato I got only for 30 cities. It's absolutely insane. Yeah, 30 cities. So it's absolutely insane. And that's why right now we're really prioritizing tomato. So prayerfully, we're going to have more tomato on our land because very soon, again, Yah willing, we won't have to depend on grocery stores. We won't have to depend on what's available. We'll be able to grow it ourselves and not have to pay crazy amounts of money for a little bit of tomato. Okay, we're outside now. So this is where I've been nursing most of the plants that I do. And so basically the plan is to put these out in the ground on Thursday, or which is about 2 days. But I'll just show you all what I've done so far. Nothing too special, honestly. So these are American sweet potatoes that my dad actually brought. And already, I think it's been like in the ground for just a week. Very simple. You just put the sweet potatoes in some soil and they just start growing these shoots. And the shoots are going to turn into slips. So these are ones that I got from the store Palace, imported from somewhere, I don't know where. And I planted them on our land. Supposedly they're doing really good. I haven't seen it yet. So I just put this one in because I was going to eat it. I decided I'm not going to eat it. So let's just put it in the ground. So this should very soon look like this one right here. This is turmeric, again from Palace, the store. Very easy to plant turmeric. You just put it in soil. This is kind of a deep container, and just make sure you water it pretty often, and it started growing like this. So I'm gonna actually plant these, the bulbs that are inside of here, on Thursday as well. And then over here are avocado starter plant that we put into the ground. So this is the avocado. So we're going to plant that very soon. I think this is a weed. I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to pull that very soon. But just in case, I'm leaving it because sometimes we just grow things in here and it's hard to know if it's a tree or a leaf or what. All right, and then tomato. I'm sure many of you recognize tomato. Pepper plant. So little baby tomatoes. What's been happening is that when it rains really hard, because right now we're in raining season, essentially it wipes out the plants that I just put in. So that's why I just started growing things upstairs on the balcony. But yeah, this is really it. We don't have too much going on. So that's it for now. I mean, Thursday we're going to put these in the ground. So preferably I'll be able to show you all the place where we're going to be growing, our land that we're going to be growing on. So I'll check back in with you all on Thursday. Okay, so we decided to take a pit stop and we found a local grower who nurses plants. Personally, I wanted to just nurse all of our own plants from seed. However, I guess it made more sense the fact that we didn't have those plants already ready to go in the ground. It definitely saves money even buying nurse plants. So we decided to just go ahead and do that. So what we got from her, we got some local garden eggs, which are very similar to eggplant. We got mango tree. We have an orange tree, guava tree. We also got a bunch of things. We got onion. We have different things that aren't coming to mind right now, but a few things locally that we wanted to try. And then, of course, we have the seeds that we're going to put in from home. So we'll add that into the mixture. Enku. Hey!
Okay? Can you do it? If I finish, I'll call you. Sure, okay.
So, Enku, these are tomato.
Yeah.
So don't step over here. Those are tomato, okay?
It's okay.
That's good. Go to the next one.
Which one is it? I don't see.
Mommy.
That's Auntie Abena.
Yeah, that's Auntie Abena. Yeah, Bonnie.
Auntie Abena, make sure that you don't waste it. Or else I might get it.
I heard you, okay? I heard you, pa.
Okay, so yeah, this is the site. Farmer Daniel did a lot of work, a lot more work than we thought. We actually have a lot of tomato plants over in the back. He planted some okra also, so that's great. So a lot of things were already started. We don't even have to worry about trying to get up to speed. So if you go over here, this is, you see a lot of weeds, by the way. We were going to work on that. I'm going to bring a vinegar mixture next time to the land. Hopefully that will help with the weeds. But here is the things that I brought from home. This is basically going to be the bed where it's going to be in. So that's the tomato right there that we brought from home. Yes. And there's the pepper. And then there's a bunch of other things inside of the ground in the bed. So that's going to be my home nursing project right there. But yeah, this is the start. Like I said, it's not the end, Yah willing. This is just a start on a small piece of land that we have. You know, we're planning on expanding on a larger piece of land down the road. But for now, this is what we're going to start doing, and definitely doing experimenting, because organic farming or gardening or whatever just really isn't common here. And so we have to really experiment with different things. YouTube University is definitely a good start for anyone trying to learn organic farming. So that's where we're starting off. So Yah willing, I'll show you all next week, or maybe the week after. We'll see where we are from there. But thank you all for watching, and Yah willing, I'll see you in the next video.
That we don't learn how to grow our own food. How do we trust our oppressor to feed us? And why is it that we got to eat all these GMO seeds? And we don't know how to. We don't control the stuff that makes us live. We don't know who makes our food, our medicine. You know, we generally don't own our buildings. We're here. We're just renting life, and that's the way they want it. And we're not conscious of that. So we have to learn the fundamentals, and we can't forget that in history we were winning, and we can't let them erase that. So even down to the way we interpret the name Jesus, that's a European interpretation of the name. His name is Joshua. Why no one calls me Damien, anything but Damon wherever I go in the world? Why would we have to now say somebody's name with a European interpretation of the name and it didn't happen in Europe? That doesn't make sense other than control. How could you tell, if somebody tells me they're a fan of mine and they calling me Damien, I'm going to be like, my name's Damien. How could you really be a fan of mine? You're not calling me by my real name. So how could you get a full blessing? You're calling this man by his wrong name, because we've been programmed to. You understand what I'm saying?